Okay, let's try and cut through some of the noise here. If you're a creator, maybe you felt that, that little bit of anxiety. Is AI coming for my job, my livelihood? And for educators, it's maybe a different question, but still kind of pressing. How do we even use this stuff without, losing the human element? Or
Yeah.
is it just another tech fad? So today we're doing a deep dive. We're really getting into these tensions, these questions around artificial intelligence. We've got some really interesting insights from Darcy Ogundaga to guide us. Our mission, really, is to unpack the challenges, sure, but also find those surprising opportunities that might be there for you.
Yeah, Darcy offers some very practical advice, things like navigating AI's impact on platforms like YouTube, for example, and also covers a really, a groundbreaking project bringing AI into schools. So there's definitely a lot to learn here about adapting, about finding opportunities, whether you're making content, teaching, or honestly just curious about what's next. Okay, so first topic, let's tackle the one that's been buzzing around for creators, AI generated video and YouTube money.
Monetization, there's been maybe a little bit of panic, but our source, Darcy Ogundaga, he actually says you don't have to panic.
Right. And what Darcy's insight does, which I think is really helpful, is it kind of busts that myth that views equal long-term cash for creators.
Mm-hmm.
He argues pretty strongly that the sustainable money, it's usually not on the platform itself. It's about building your own space, your digital HQ, your website, and selling your stuff directly.
Mm-hmm.
Products, services. Think of YouTube views or Instagram views or whatever, more like a magnet,
Yeah.
pulling people towards what you actually offer. It's about people buying from you, your consulting, your courses, not just watching for free.
That definitely reframes things. Okay, so maybe the big panic is a bit much, but Darcy does draw a line somewhere with AI and getting paid by YouTube, right? Where's that line? What's the actual red flag for YouTube?
Yeah, he's quite specific. The key thing he points out is this. If you make what he calls a faceless video, so nobody on camera, and it's 100% AI generated, and by that, he really means everything. The voice is AI, the editing's done by AI, the pictures, the video clips are all AI generated, then YouTube says, no, you won't get monetized. He even names a couple of platforms like InVideo or Daquan 3 as examples of tools that can do that full automation.
Ah, okay. So it's the complete automation, like zero human input in the actual creation bit. That's the trigger. So what's the flip side? What can creators do if they want to use AI, maybe speed things up, but still, get paid through YouTube ads?
Well, Darcy makes it clear that if you edit the video, even if you're using AI tools to help you, that's fine. Or if you use your own voice and maybe AI helps with the editing or finding visuals, also fine. You can still be monetized. It really comes down to having that human touch, that sense of ownership over the final piece. It kind of highlights how, even with all this powerful AI, the human element still has real value.
Okay, so relying only on those fully automated, maybe kind of soulless videos for YouTube views is probably not a great long-term plan. So what's Darcy's advice then? What should creators be focusing on instead? Is it a whole different strategy?
Pretty much, yeah. He's really pushing creators to look past just the view counts, the vanity metrics, and build more solid income streams. Things like your own products, actual services people pay for, your expertise, sponsorships. He mentions things like podcasts, online courses, webinars, masterminds specifically. It's about building your brand. Maybe even globally, AI can help with translation, reaching new audiences, but the core is offering something unique that people see value in paying for, something more than just watching a quick video.
That makes a lot of sense. Own the relationship, own the value. So for you listening, if you're a creator, maybe think of AI less as a replacement and more like a really powerful assistant, something to help amplify what you uniquely offer. All right, let's shift gears a bit. Moving away from content creation, let's look at another huge area where AI is, well, making waves: education. And Darcy brings some genuinely exciting news on this front.
Yeah, this is pretty big. It looks like a major effort to sort of connect the tech world and the education world more closely. Microsoft and OpenAI, big names there, they've actually teamed up with the American Federation of Teachers, the AFT,
Yeah.
and they're launching something called the National Academy for AI Instruction. This isn't just a small side project. It sounds like a really foundational initiative.
Wow, okay. And there's serious money behind it too, right? Like $23 million. Dollars.
Yeah.
But, bringing AI into K-12 classrooms, that raises questions for people. How does this academy plan address things like, well, making sure kids don't just rely on AI or ensuring everyone gets access? How does it actually help teachers?
Well, the investment is significant, yeah. $23 million.
Yep.
And the core idea is to give K-12 teachers across the U.S. free training and resources on AI. The goal is pretty ambitious. They want to reach 400,000 educators, which they estimate would impact something like 7.2 million students over the next 5 years. They're planning hands-on workshops, online courses. Feels like a really strategic push for AI literacy, kind of getting teachers comfortable and knowledgeable now so they can guide students instead of everyone trying to figure it out later.
Right, get ahead of the curve. So for you listening, maybe especially if you have kids in school, this isn't just abstract policy. It means it's much more likely that future students ethically and effectively in the classroom, preparing them for a world where knowing about AI is going to be, well, pretty fundamental, like knowing how to use a computer today. So, okay, we've looked at AI and making content, getting paid for it, and then this huge push into education. Across both these different fields, what Darcy Ogundaga seems to be saying is view AI less as a threat and more as an opportunity, right?
Exactly. I mean, the common thread really is that AI is fundamentally a tool, a very powerful one, no doubt. But its real impact, its potential, comes down to how we choose to use it. Are we prioritizing human skill, ethical thinking, creating genuine value, whether that's creators finding smarter ways to monetize the value of their input, or teachers using AI to make learning better? It's about adapting thoughtfully, using the tool wisely.
Right. So the key takeaways for you maybe are, if you're creating content, don't bet the farm on 100% AI stuff for platform money. Focus on your core value, your products, your services. Use AI to help, to amplify. And in education, well, there's a massive proactive effort coming to help teachers use AI well, ethically. And that's going to really shape how millions of kids learn. So as we wrap up this deep dive, it kind of leaves you with a big question to think about, doesn't it? If AI is becoming so central to how we create things, how we make a living, and how we learn, what does that actually mean for what we consider human skill or creativity down the line? How are you going to adapt? How will you use these powerful new tools in your own life, your own work? Lots to ponder.
Darcy Ogundaga, pioneering global media strategist and AI innovator. About Darcy Ogundaga. Darcy Ogundaga is a world-renowned global media strategist, international speaker, and consultant with a distinguished career spanning back to 2002. Over the years, he has collaborated with influential figures such as Bill Winston, Miles Monroe, Dikembe Mutombo, Bishop Jakes, and Dr. Creflo Dollar, playing a pivotal role in expanding their reach beyond the United States. Professional journey. With an illustrious career, Darcy Ogundaga has undertaken 7 global tours across 4 continents in 7 consecutive years. His expertise has been instrumental in coaching the top 10% of French African coaches and experts in the French diaspora. Through his guidance, these professionals have not only expanded their influence, but have also generated millions of euros and reached millions of people, thanks to innovative marketing strategies and leveraging new media. Innovation in AI tools. Darcy Ogundaga stands as a pioneer in the integration of artificial intelligence tools for global expansion. Recognizing the evolving landscape of technology, he has embraced I empower experts, coaches, speakers, and pastors. His forward-thinking approach positions him at the forefront of the industry, reshaping the way professionals engage with global audiences. Accomplishments? Worked with esteemed figures like Bill Winston, Miles Monroe, Dikembe Mutombo, Bishop Jakes, and Dr. Creflo Dollar. Conducted 7 global tours on 4 continents over 7 consecutive years. Coached the top 10% of French African coaches and experts in the French diaspora. Generated millions of euros and reached millions of people through marketing and innovation strategies. A pioneer in utilizing AI tools for global expansion.